Oh, the AP exam's tomorrow. It's 12 o'clock at night. I'm too tired for this. Guess it's time to finally look over this. Best time. Let's see. Women's suffrage? Okay, let's read it out. Minions.
Hi, I'm John Green. Welcome to Crash Course U.S. History. Hamilton and Jefferson show us the origins of the two political party system. It all begins with Alexander Hamilton, at the lead of the Federalists, and Thomas Jefferson leading the Democratic Republicans.
Who are you? What are you doing in my dream?
Who are you? This is a set. Sorry for the interruption, but here's some found footage of an interview between Alexander Hamilton and Thomas Jefferson.
Hi, my name is Alexander Hamilton. I'm Secretary of Treasury. My group was made up of merchants, bankers, and manufacturers, with very few wealthy farmers and plantation owners, mostly well educated and from New England.
Hi, my name is Thomas Jefferson. I am the Secretary of State. My group is composed of artisans, shopkeepers, frontier settlers, backcountry farmers, and port farmers. Mostly are poor, educated, and illiterate, and settled in the interior regions. I am myself a plantation owner.
Mr. Hamilton, what are your political beliefs?
Well, as a Federalist, I support a strong central government. I believe a large government will control factions and therefore should be high voting qualifications.
Mr. Jefferson, what are your political beliefs?
Well, as a Republican, I believe in state rights. I also believe that the common man is capable of self-government, not just the wealthy. Therefore, I disagree with Hamilton and believe we should lower voting qualifications.
What do you see our future economy being based on?
In regards to the U.S. economy, I believe in manufacturing, commerce, finance, and trade. I believe as a nation we can form a strong government through commerce and trade.
My visions, instead, in regards to the U.S. economy, is that it should be based on agriculture. Our nation should be of yeomen and small-scale farmers.
Wow, John Green, that information really helped me. Is there any way that you could teach me some more information about the whole history of APUSH? Because I haven't paid attention one time in that class.
Sure, what do you want to know?
Starting from the Revolutionary War all the way to the future.
Okay, well, the Revolutionary War
started because of this. In a nutshell, the British wanted to make as much money as possible out of the 13 colonies. Great Britain was a mother country, refers to the colonialism. Many of the colonists came from Great Britain. They shared the same ideals and the same king. The British had the power to enact various laws in Parliament outside of America, which significantly affected the life and trade in the 13 colonies. But the British laws were used like a one-way street. The Acts of Parliament benefited the British, but not the colonies, and to compound this, the Americans were not afforded the same rights as the British people, nor did they have any representatives in the British Parliament to represent their points of view. The colonists protested, and the protests led them down the American road to revolution, and were responsible for the same.
Hey, but just out of curiosity, who won the war?
Interesting that you asked that. The Patriots actually won the war.
Who?
Patriots.
The Patriots?
Yeah, the Patriots.
What year was the War of 1812, and what caused it?
You can go.
The War of 1812 started in the year 1812, and then one of the major causes was the Embargo Act.
Listen, America, you can only trade with France, not Britain. Okay. No. You have to trade with Britain. We're obviously the better trading partner anyway. That's a lie. They're trading with us. Who do you think you're talking to? What are you talking about? You all sit up bad.
Stop! I'm not going to trade with either of you, okay? I'm not going to put an embargo act. I'm not going to trade with anyone. I don't care what it does to my economy. I can't.
Literally, ew, I can't. Ew. Literally, ew, I can't. Ew. Literally, ew, I
I must have fallen asleep. Oh. Effects of the War of 1812. First and foremost, it represented the end of Native Americans' ability to stop American expansion. Okay? The American economy, by necessity, became less reliant with trade. And the victory in New Orleans led to national euphoria. Interesting. All right. Next section. The 18th Amendment.
Hi, I'm John Green. Welcome back to Crash Course U.S. History.
Wait. Why am I at school? And why am I wearing Civil War clothes?
School is the best environment to learn. So anyways, going back to the Civil War.
One of the main reasons for the Civil War was the Missouri Compromise.
We want Missouri to join the Union as a slave state.
We can't do that because then the slave states will have too much power.
We want Missouri.
Alright, let's make a compromise. We can have Missouri join as a slave state if we have Maine join as a free state.
Alright, but we also have to divide the Louisiana Territory into the slave states and the free states.
War broke out when the Confederate States attacked the North in order to determine whether slavery would survive in the U.S. Throughout the war, the South had many victories through superior leadership, but in 1865, the North finally had a victory, and Abraham Lincoln spoke to the crowd with his speech, the Gettysburg Address, announcing the end of the war and their victory.
Plenty of stuff happened after the Civil War, but now we're going to focus on industrialization. Basically, in industrialization, the police forced a bunch of immigrants to change their names and lifestyle, and we don't like that.
Where are you coming from? Italia. Do you even speak English? No. What's your name? Luigi Pettini. Okay, no, that's not gonna work. Your name is Dwight Shrew. Okay, next. Hello, where are you coming from?
China.
Do you even speak English? What's your name? Okay, no, your name is Pam Beasley. Next. Hi, where are you coming from? Russia. What's your name? Helga. Last name? Helga. Last name? Helga. Okay, no, your name is Jan Levinson. Next. Hi, where are you coming from?
Mexico ese.
What's your name?
Fernando Hernandez.
No, your name is Dwight Shrew. And what's your profession?
My profession? Let me show you, Poppy. Yeah.
Now to the Cold War.
The Cold War is called cold because it supposedly never heated up into an armed conflict. The Cold War is best described as an era that lasted from 1945 to 1990. Important ideological differences separated the USSR and America, especially during the post-war years. When American foreign policy officials took it upon themselves to spread democracy across the globe, this goal conflicted drastically with the Russians' revolutionary original desire to overthrow capitalism. Having been invaded by Germany twice in the last 50 years, Soviet leaders also wanted to restructure Europe so that a buffer existed between the Germans and the Soviet border. Both the United States and the USSR believed that their respective survival was at stake, and each was therefore prepared to take any steps to win. The Cold War was defined as the political role of the United States after World War II. By 1989, the United States had the military alliances with 50 countries and 526,000 troops stationed abroad, with 326,000 in and 136 in Asia. The Cold War gave us growing awareness that the greatest existential threat to human beings is ourselves. It changed the way we view the world and humanity's role in it.
These lessons I'm learning, it seems like history always repeats itself. There's a problem, a fight, and then a compromise, and then the cycle just keeps going on and on again.
Pretty much sums it up.
Well, John Green, all this information you're telling me is really going to help me in my AP exam tomorrow. Hopefully I'll score a 5. Hopefully you will. Where am I? I'm at school? But the AP exam today. But it's okay. With John Green's help, I'm gonna get a 5 on the 3 on the APUSH exam, hopefully. Long time. I'm just gonna go through this with the rest of my squad, just say a bunch of inside jokes throughout the whole year. Epitome.
We won the war.
I'm not even in this class.
Total patriot move.
Alexander Hamilton is so overrated. Scarlet Letter.
Women's rights.
Women's rights.
Let's watch Anthony's highlight tape.
Another one.
It's George.
Games.
Ashley's yacht.
Ooh, kicks of the
Miss
day.
Hammond, I think I speak for the whole class that had a great time. This whole year in the APUSH class, I learned a lot of information. But there's one thing that just bugs me. But anyhow, liked your class. Looking forward to AP Euro with you next year. And Alexander Hamilton.